In society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn Dude.
Damn, dude.
This is season 3, episode 55. Welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome. I'm your host, California Cal, one of the cool Californians left in this state, and this is the Damn Dude podcast. This show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life. Because I truly believe and understand that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, cooler, and just flat out doper life is. You dig? So, welcome to the show, you guys. This is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn Dude.
Damn, dude.
So what up, you guys? Authenticity is the name of the game, and that's what we're here to spread. And basically, really what this show is a blueprint of the tools and methods and things I've used to create freedom for myself, my brain, my life, and my world, and as well leave something of substance and value behind for my own family and my future generations and my kids, and so on, and anybody else who this happens to benefit and speak to. This is for you guys. I don't get anything for doing this show other than creating history. So, for that sake, let's create history, guys. And thank you guys for being a part of history, because this is history in the making. And you guys know that the more we can create history authentically, documented by real people, the more access we have to the truth in the future, right? Because almost all the stories and everything that we have now are all perverted or weird or misaligned or off or taken literal or not understood that it's meant to be metaphorical or so on, right? So one thing for me that I've been feeling and present to is that I am getting back on track. And I don't like to say back on track. Let's just say I am getting on track, because there's no back that I'm going to. Something that I think about is like people say, oh, I can't wait to get back to my old self. I can't wait to get back to my old energy. I can't wait to get back to my old physique. I can't wait to get back to my old whatever. That's a very unhealthy line of thinking. Like, I get the sentiment and I get the goodness in it, but ultimately to have that as a context is a little bit dangerous, because it's not back on track. You're not going backwards to be on the same track you were on just to derail yourself when you encounter that exact situation again. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, no, we don't want to get back on track. We want to create a new track, a new lane, a new physique, a new standard, a new level, not the old ones, none of the old ones. I had to use the old ones to get to this one. And what that makes me think about is like, dude, having a solid support system is probably the most valuable thing we can have or do or possess as human beings. And the reason I say that is because it's like, dude, so many people don't have a solid support system, or if they do, they don't trust it or understand it, or I don't know, however you want to call it, right? So one thing that's interesting is I'm looking at it and I'm like, whoa, I actually do have a pretty fucking solid support system. And it's hard to believe at times, because come from a place of not self-deprivation, but like I come from a place of not having the most belief in myself and always feeling lost, or like I don't fit in, or I'm not smart enough or good enough for whatever the fuck is going on. And that's kind of been my common thing. It's like I did so bad in school growing up. I always had D's and F's all the time. I didn't fit in. I couldn't conform to all the things that everybody else was doing. I couldn't get myself to care about shows and sports and characters and all these things that other people seem to care about so much. And within this, I'm like, damn, okay, I see that my support system is built around integrity and authenticity. And part of that, which is so hard, and if we're open to it, is that with a solid support system, people are going to tell you the truth when you don't want to hear it. And not in a mean way, not in a cut you down sort of way, but more so tell you the truth in a way that even if it hurts and it's for your own good and your own benefit, they will do that. They will stick their neck out and do that. They will put their reputation, your feelings, all these things on the line to give you the truth, to give you the real, the raw. And that's a beautiful thing. So if you guys have been listening to the last episodes, it's like I had been also talking about how, damn, I kind of been getting reamed from all directions, and I'm grateful because I have people willing to tell me in kind ways where they see I'm affecting them or impacting them or doing this or that or whatever. And that really, really has came across to me, the support system that I have, in which I have people that will tell me the truth. And I couldn't be any more grateful for that, because what I've learned over the last while is like over the last 2 years, like my desire for more had been broken. I couldn't and haven't been able to in this last couple of years open myself up to make more money, to do things, to be social, to have fun, to create more, to thrive, to do all these things. And I feel like a lot of that had to do with my relationship with my oldest son. And my relationship with Nate, for those of you guys who really follow the show, you understand we weren't allowed to hang out for a little while just due to a whole bunch of wacky circumstances and this and that and all these things, and disagreements with his mom and this and that and just all these things, right? And it is what it is. I've told the stories, and I realized that getting my relationship back with my kid, and when I say this, it's like, it's a very unique scenario. It's like, if you're just taking this for the words that I'm saying right now, you'll understand there's a lot more like depth and insights and all of that to this, which between our dynamic, our relationship, our all of that, right? It was something that was out of our control. There was nothing I could say, oh, I'm your parent, this and that, because I'm not legally, technically his father, right? So, but then at the same time, it's like, well, shit, emotionally, spiritually, physically, I fucking am, right? So it's an interesting dynamic. And being that that's the case, it's like, since we've been able to have our relationship back again and to be able to grow this and work through and heal the things that we needed healed and to acknowledge things that needed to be acknowledged and all of that, like, I'm really realizing how much my relationship with my kids has been impacting my life. Like, I've been aware of it, obviously, and it's like, well, duh. And at the same time, it's like, dude, it felt like my son had died. Like, that's what it felt like, is it felt like death. It felt like he had died, and it felt like I lost a child, even though he's still physically alive. And that was the hardest thing fucking ever. And it's like, now that that's been going and we've been fostering that and feeding that and healing that, I can feel myself becoming more open to making money, creating business, doing things, being social, having fun, etc. Right? Doing all those things. So the growing pains are motherfucking tough right now. They are fucking tough. And I'm grateful because this just sets us up to be on the trajectory that we want to be at. And this allows me to get my life on track the way that I want it. Not back on track, because if I go back on track, then it leaves me derailed in the exact same location again. So don't get back on your old track or your old way of whatever, because you got to end up here again if you do that. So get on a new one, create a new one, create a new lane. Like our lane, it's like, you know how like metaphorically people say, oh, stay in your lane, bro. Or like, hey, I'm just staying in my lane, right? I think that it's more so, it's like, okay, you stayed in your lane and that got you here. Now what lane are you going to get in? Right? And I think that that creates a new thing to live into, and a new idea, new context, new time frame, basically, and a new existence and reality. If we can really I don't know, I guess just really like understand our place and know where we're going, right? And it's like when we know where we're going, we know what track to get on.
Damn, dude.
So that's the thing is, all right, I need to get back on track. No, that means you don't know where you're going. So let's create that new lane. Let's create that new track. Let's fucking go. Let's drive this bitch, right? So I realized as I'm healing all these different relationships and taking on new responsibilities and new levels of acting, being, making money, this, that, all these things, right? I'm realizing that, like, dude, I had been internalized. Like, I have, okay, I'm not going to say like I've never been before, because I had been way more internalized before. In the past, I don't know, 10 plus years, I'm more internalized than I have been since that point. And I'm currently in a place where I'm like shifting outwards. And it's not that I'm like a internal or external person. It's like I'm both. We're all both. It depends on the scenario and where you're at and how comfortable you feel, right? So I'm realizing, like, dude, as I shift and I notice more life around me, it's just been about fucking trying to survive, basically, and be and do more than that at the same time. That I've been so internalized for so long that being social is fucking weird and scary and hard, and it's this whole thing. As were before, when I'm really in my flow, I'm just like, hey, what up? Da 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 da, blah blah blah, da 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 da, right? Like, whatever's, it's all good. I'm fucking cool with everybody. I'm making friends everywhere. I'm having cool conversations with people. It's just like I'm having fun out in life. And over the last while, I've been so internalized, I haven't been doing that. And I can feel the light of my inner child has been not necessarily dimmed, but like dirt or like dirty or dusty. And I am somebody who's very childlike and very, what's the word? I think people have said impish. I think that's the word. Where it's like, I'm just playful, I'm goofy, I'm silly, I'm all these little things like that. I know how to have fun as an adult. And I had lost so much sight of that there was no time or space, or really no space for me to do that. I'd have moments, you know, going surfing, skating, this, that, doing little things like that. But it's not enough to make the difference. And when I make the difference for myself, I know that I am being present to myself, present to what's in front of me, and also present to my existence on this planet. And when I'm in alignment with those three things, my essence becomes, my personality, my character dissolves, and I get to just be my essence. And when we get to come from our essence, our spirit, our spark, that thing that makes us beautiful and people love us, when we are tapped into it and expressive with it and sharing it and cognizant of it and aware, then we have the opportunity to be cool fucking people out in public and in life, right? So it's funny. It's like, well, what makes somebody cool and not cool? Well, it's actually really fucking deep, right? Like, that guy's an asshole. It's like, well, why is he an asshole? And it's like, well, I don't know. He just doesn't talk to me. It's like, well, hold on. Let's go find out. Like, bro, what up? What are you about? You know, what are you facing? What are you dealing with? What are you going through? It's like, fuck, dude. Like, my grandma died, my this, my that. It's like, whoa, okay, damn. Thank you for actually being so fucking cool out here in public. Because you could have just fucking quit and hid in a hole and not shown your face in public and internalized everything. But you know what? You're out here, you're doing your thing. Let's make sure that we have mindfulness in the midst of all of it. But dude, we judge things and people too fucking quickly. So I see that as I've been very internalized over the last while, I haven't been judging too quickly. And that's a good thing, because it's easy to do that. And when we lose sight of, let me reset it. When we are only focused on ourself or what's in front of us, we're missing out on the beauty of ourselves or the other person or thing, as well as the space that we occupy on the planet. So it's like, if we're aware of those things, we set ourselves up to be in a good position in life, to be able to fucking not judge too quickly, not have to internalize, and be able to be present. So whether that's internal or external doesn't really matter, because if you're present, you know which one you fall into or want to be in or should be in, right? So yeah, man. And I'm going to say this again because this is something I learned, and this kind of just got brought up again. And I'll say it in my own version, which is, in life, judgment is not. Oh shit! Sorry, let me re-say this. Judgment we grossly misuse as human beings. What I learned, the purpose and place of judgment and what it's actually for, it's not to judge others. It's especially not to judge ourselves. Well, I mean, I guess when we judge others, it's because we've judged ourselves so hard into some sort of way that judgment is meant to be applied and used for where life meets us and we meet life.
Damn, dude.
It's in that space that we're supposed to apply judgment, because that's the thing that keeps you alive, keeps you safe, keeps you moving forwards, however you want to call it, right? So it's like, all right, well, if I judge there's a fucking tiger in the bush, I'm not going to go fucking swinging around beef jerky as I'm walking and whistling carelessly, right? It's like, no, we're going to be on point. So it's like, it's to keep you safe. If there's a burglar, if there's something cracking off, if there's an emergency, if there's a disaster, a natural disaster, whatever, chaos of some sort, you know what to do because you're judging life where you meet it. So that's the thing, is a lot of us use judgment to look backwards. We say, oh, well, that was like this, and that person's like this, and they did this because this and that and this and that. And it's all these stories concocted, and we begin judging incorrectly and too quickly, and we start applying judgment to where it doesn't apply. It's like, if I was saying, no, okay, that doesn't work. I thought I had a cool metaphor. As I was about to go spit it, it just all unraveled, and I realized it didn't make any sense. So, anyways, I have to say, last night and this morning have been so fucking hard for me. And I've been feeling like shit, crazy headaches, crazy body pains, crazy stress, crazy just fucking everything. And in the midst of it, my girl was having a conversation with me and just telling me and just reminding me of like, dude, you got this. Look, you're doing this, this, and this, and this, and this. And, you know, it's like, dude, it's okay, because you know what you're doing and you do not give up on yourself, and you know to keep going, and you know to keep believing in yourself and keep believing in the vision. And you know that everything you're up to right now is not going backwards. It's all in the name of progress. Like, you own that shit and you do this shit. And you always take responsibility, and you always get better, and you always believe, and you always have hope, and you always have faith, and you always have the courage to do so. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, as she was talking to me, it just brought me to tears, dude, because I'm like, how am I supposed to accept this, dude? And she's like, dude, whatever is just what it is. That's what we see. That's why the people in your circle love you so much and believe in you so much, even when you're off on some weird shit or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, okay, even as I'm falling apart and fucking like getting tumbled through the mud and getting dragged behind the horse and all this shit, she's like, dude, you don't give up. You keep going. And that's so unique and special of you. And the people who believe in you, it's unwavering. The belief that your people have in you is completely unwavering because we all know your potential. We all know to believe you. We all know we believe in you. And we all know you got this. And we all know that you do what you fucking say. And I'm like, oh, that was so hard to hear because there's been so many things I haven't done that I said I was going to do. And that's hard, so hard for me. So, I don't know. I just want to tell you, if you're going through some hard shit, this is part of your fucking victory story. If this show communicates to you, you're one of them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that just cannot handle the topics and subjects and information that's in this show. Simply cannot. It's too deep. People don't want to explore themselves to the depth that we're speaking at here. And I'm not saying I'm talking super deep or this or that. You could just say I'm speaking a bunch of idiot bro stuff, whatever, fine. The message is for who it's for. It's for those receptive and those who really get it. And like, dude, if you're going through it, you are one of the special people. If you're hearing this, if you're listening to this, keep going. Take this. This is your story. This is your victory story. Every person, like fucking my lady told me, every person you look up to, every person you are inspired by has had the craziest fucking circumstances and life situations and troubles and struggles and all these things to the absolute fucking maximum capacity. You are one of them.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
So you guys, it's you guys. It's me. It's us. We are these people. So you guys, I'm telling you, it's okay. Just keep going. You can do it. It's okay. You can do it. I'm telling you, just keep going. Just keep practicing gratitude. And that's the hardest thing, is to practice gratitude when everything motherfucking sucks. Practice gratitude when everything fucking sucks. Practice gratitude when everything is fucking medium. Practice gratitude when everything is great. Practice gratitude in all the in-between spaces. And it's fucking hard when life is shitting on you. People are shitting on you. Circumstances are shitting on you. Shit is just so far beyond out of your control. But here's the thing, is there's always some stuff that is within your control. And it's up to you to decipher that and figure that out so you can move forward healthily, calmly, smoothly, positively. And that's where I'm like, you guys, I'm fucking assed out. I don't know I'm nobody special. I'm not. At the same time, that's exactly what makes me entirely special. Same with all you guys and any fucking human being on this planet. None of us are fucking special, but we're all fucking special. And like, the more we can relate to that, the more we can appreciate each other. It's like, dude, I'm not better than you, and you're not better than me. You're you and I'm me. Like, that's what, you know, it's like, that's just what it is. So where are we going to meet each other at in the midst of our judgments, our relationships, our support system, our anger, our frustrations, our successes, our wins? Like, some people win in life and go and act like more of an asshole than if they were to have lost at life. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, that's weird. But I'm telling you guys, if you guys are people who listen to the show and any of this shit hits you at any level where you're like, what is this guy talking? If you're, you know what I'm saying? If it's like, if how I'm occurring is not like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Then you're one of them. And you wouldn't have listened to this much of this episode if you weren't somebody fucking special. And if you weren't somebody who was here to really do some motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, I'm a fucking idiot in no self-deprivating way. It's just like, I'm not incredibly intelligent and I can do this shit. So can you. It's like I was a fucking straight DNF student my whole life. And if I can be here and be alive and manage to have not killed myself and manage to have not given up on myself and manage to have not given up my dream and my faith and my hopes and my plans and structures and thinking and creations and all of those things, it's like, dude, let's go. Just bet on yourself. You can always fucking do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're so much safer taking a chance on yourself. Right? It's like, then you got people who just, you know, they grow up and they want a comfortable position, a comfortable life, comfortable status, comfortable finances, da-da-da-da-da. That's cool. But just know your life will never be more than just average if everything is only comfortable. We have to face and seek discomfort in order to have and do and be more as fucking people, as humans, as successful humans and people and spirits. And, dude, keep going. I don't care what. Just keep going. It doesn't fucking matter. That excuse you're about to think, stop. Your next one, stop. And that extra one hidden, stop. And then the one behind that, stop. And then the one behind that, stop. And then 500 more behind that, stop. That's not you. You are not your distractions. We are not our distractions. We are not our pain. We are not our success, and we are not our happiness. We are all of these things. And all of these things have to do directly with who we are and how we relate to ourselves and our life. So how do you relate to yourself? And how do you relate to the people around you? How do you relate to your support system? Are people telling you the truth? Are people just fucking letting you get away with your bullshit? Are people keeping you in check? Are people keeping you in line? Are people checking in on you? Are people whatever, right? So it's the thing is, like, sometimes it's hard to develop that. And sometimes you just have no support system for a long time. Trust me, I get that. And how I found the support system for myself is doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on my own personal responsibility and owning all the shit, my pain, my happiness, my everything that's ever happened, anything anybody's ever done to me, looking at my side and how I can own this shit. And when I do that, shit transforms. Right? So it's like, let's just keep transforming all these beautiful things in life. Because, dude, if you're able to hear this message, you are one of the special people. You are some version of a warrior of the light, some version of a spiritual guide, some version of a badass motherfucker here to do some shit. Because it's only certain people who speaking in the way that we talk here resonates to. And the people who get it are like, ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right? Because it's like, I don't have to say anything smart or intellectual for authenticity to come across or realness to come across or for you to feel this. Right? It's like a song doesn't need to be brilliant in order to feel it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, when you can feel things, sense things, have awareness, not judge them, and just understand you got this, you could do it, it's okay. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep going. Sometimes you have to stop in order to keep going, right? And that's kind of how I'm viewing business and everything. It's like, oh, okay, well, I kind of got to stop that in order to do this. So like I said, I'll be closing down Fin to Swim. I kind of pretty much have, but there's still a couple like loose ends here and there, and I want to carry it over to next month, technically to November, so that way it can technically be 15 years on the month that I did this motherfucking shit. And I'm very big into, well, I shouldn't say I'm very big, but I'm big into numerology and what numbers mean and the assignment of them and the correlation to their God property that they have or their spiritual property that they have when they show up in our life. So 15, it's a good number for me. 1 and 5. For me, how I read it, and this is not true, it's just for me how I interpret it, which is I see 1, and that's 1 as in a whole, a completeness, 1 earth, 1 family, 1 love, 1, right? Then I see the 5, which to me, as if you've listened to the previous episodes, I see 5 represents the quintessence. And the quintessence is the essence of life. The quintessence is the 5th element. Quintessence is the 5th element that gives the other 4 elements, earth, water, air, fire, their life. And so if the 5 represents, if I got this 1 and I got this 5 and that represents the quintessence to me, it's like, all right, I am oneness in this wholeness, which represents the 5. 5 being the wholeness of all the elements, including the 5th element, the quintessence, the essence of life. And it just so happens we're on episode 55 right now of season 3. And it's like, whoa, okay, got it. And it's interesting because, see, it's like you can make this mean anything. I just use these as things to show myself that life is on track. And then I got season 3. And to me right now, this is essentially like my 3rd major thing in life. I've had 3 major things in life. Or I should say 3 distinct eras in my life. When I was a kid with my sister and my relatives dying when I was 6. And then when I was late teens, let's just say, because that was a whole long while that carried on. And then, and that whole thing is the story of me breaking my neck, getting cheated on, having friends get murdered, all that. That's what that is that second part. And then now this, which you guys have been seeing over the past while, is the 3rd chapter. And this is season 3 of my life. I'm 30-something years old. It just all adds up. And then 5-5, and not 5-5 Criiiiiiiiiip. Shout out to C-Mac. I gotta find, I think it's on one of my old phones. He did a promo for me. He's like, check out the Damn Dude podcast on 5-5 Criiiiiiiip. But okay, anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably like, uh-huh. Anyways, don't worry about it. Okay. But really, I can see how that's what all these numbers represent and align and mean to me. And then I got my oldest son going through crazy shit at his age, which is the age that I first had all my shit fucking hit the fan and go to hell and all of that. And so it's just interesting that this retest comes exactly right now. And right now I'm seeing life as a retest of the first 3 series of life, right? So it's like, okay, let me pass this retest. I'm dealing with people dying. Friends and family passing away. I've had a lot of friends and family pass away in the last couple years. I've been tested with being a failure and financially all fucked and upside down and backwards and weird and whatever. Disappointing lots of people. I've been disappointing people like a motherfucker. I don't think I've disappointed more people in my life than I have in the past 2 years. I really, really haven't. Seriously. And I'm like, okay, all the people that I've disappointed and let down, I fucking swear to you, you guys are with me. I'm with you. Let's go. I swear to God, I am not gonna just allow that. Everybody will be paid back to the highest degree that I can imagine, above and beyond the money that came or was used to help or whatever. So this is my life retest, and I'm documenting it all this time. So if you guys go back and listen to the first 3 seasons, there's plenty of opportunities where old me would have opted to want to kill myself rather than just sit here and practice gratitude. So I'm telling you, as somebody who's been there, holding a gun to my head at 16 years old, as somebody who's been there, who's been shot at, been in extreme accidents, had crazy life circumstances happen. All these things, growing up around gangs and all this stuff, dude, I'm telling you, the old me would have wanted to kill myself. Sometimes present me wants to, but I'm never going to go there, and I'm never going to entertain those thoughts seriously, and I'm never going to entertain those thoughts at all, actually, because I'm at peace with it, and I know that the more fuckery that you endure, the better your life is.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
So, welcome the fuckery, own the fuckery, beat the fuckery's fucking ass, and own that shit. Put that fuckery as a fucking plaque, as a fucking notch on your belt, whatever. Right? Like, I survived the fuckery. Dude, those of us having to fucking go through the pandemic and the fucking lockdowns and vaccines and this and that and war and all this crazy shit cracking off. Crazy right now. Then you've got this age of information we're in where it's like, so much information that we don't know what's real anymore. There's videos of cars on fire in the middle of a city and it's just fully fake. Like somebody just made it on a computer. Like, damn. And your human eyes and ears cannot tell the difference at all. So, we better get fucking real with ourselves, know our place, know our spirit, know its power, know our human power. Understand that we fucking signed up for this life. We signed the contract to motherfucking be here while we're here. Our spiritual selves, we all signed contracts to be here the way that we are. We chose all of it. We chose all of it. I chose it. I chose all the suffering. I chose all the pain. I chose all the success. I chose all the happiness. And I chose everything in between. So did you guys. Now, you might be asking, well, why the fuck would I sign that? Because right now is the best time ever to be a human being on the planet Earth in the entire history of life. And you might be thinking I'm fucking crazy, but it's true. It's just true. Look at the way we live. And it's not like we all live the same, but it's like, dude, okay, some of us live in absolute hell and shitholes and disaster areas, and it is not fair. Well, you know what? That's what you signed up for, and understand that you have the freedom to go somewhere else. If your environment doesn't fit how you feel, what you're up to, what you think, all these things, bro, just go somewhere else. Move somewhere else. You're not running. You're just putting yourself in powerful positions that you know will benefit you the most because you're your own motherfucking boss. And I'm not talking about being an entrepreneur or whatever. No. You can gladly be fully an employee, be told what to do, everything, and still be your own boss. It's your soul, your essence. That's the thing. And if you give that up, you're fucking tripping. Also, by the way, side note, those of you who listen to this, do not drink liquid death water. That shit is evil. Fuck that. Fuck them. They can go eat all the dicks. Yeah, fuck that. You guys do not drink that shit. Supposedly they put curses in some of the batches of water, which you might be like, what the fuck? But you go play with it then. If you think people putting curses in your fucking water, which water fully takes on DNA structures and energetic structures and patterns and all these things, it's fully, water is structured and can be structured and is structured and can be the atoms in the what's the word I'm thinking of? Oxygen, everything. It can be altered and shifted and changed into different shapes and things and all these things based off of what we put into it. So don't drink that shit. They also have a thing where you can sign a contract to sell your soul to them to be on a fucking mailing list. Damn, dude. You guys, I'm not kidding. This is actually real. let me read you part of this contract. It says, and I only have screen captured here just to number 1 where it kind of cuts off the sentence, but this is enough, and you can go do your own research, go YouTube it, and you'll see all sorts of fucking weird shit. But the contract says, Liquid Death, this bill of sale for one eternal human soul dated, whatever the date is executed and delivered by, whatever your name is, blank, the seller, to Liquid Death, a Delaware corporation, the purchaser. Whereas, pursuant to the agreement, the seller has agreed to sell, transfer, convey, assign, and deliver to the purchaser of the... Whereas, pursuant to the agreement, the seller has agreed to sell, transfer, convey, assign, and deliver to the purchaser the human and undying soul of blank, whatever your name is, the eternal soul, for all of eternity. Now, therefore, in consideration of free membership into the Liquid Death Country Club and other good and valuable consideration, the receipt and sufficiency of which are hereby acknowledged, the seller hereby agrees as follows. And this is where I'm saying it only goes number 1. 1. The seller hereby sells, transfers, conveys, assigns, and delivers to the purchaser its successors and assigns to have and to hold forever all right, title, and interest in. And then it cuts off.
Damn, dude.
Bro, that's insane. And I looked up what their country club is, and they said it's a mailing list. Motherfuckers will be out here selling their soul, selling their essence, giving away their quintessence to be a part of a fucking mailing list for some evil water. Now, I'm not some weirdo who's like, oh, this, that, like, I'm sure you guys have seen that video of that lady talking about the can of Monster energy drink. She's like, see, this means 666 in Hebrew and the lines and all these things, right? And it's like, okay, I get what you're saying, but it's a little bit of a stretch also, but I get it, but it's a stretch. Like, this one is not a stretch because they're straight up telling you, like, bro, you sell your soul, and that's a legal binding contract. Like, in court, that holds up. That's terrifying. So you guys do not drink that shit. Fuck them. Fuck that. And not even respectfully. That's some bullshit. And at the same time, I got love for their lost souls. Right? It's like, because what are we going to do? Hate them? There's no point. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, just be aware, you guys. There's a lot of fucking weird shit going on. Know what's of the light and know what's of some evil, weird shit. And if you don't even know what to believe in or whatever, then don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you play with it? It's like Crazy Bone said in a song. He said something along the lines of like, if the devil did come to sit down to offer you a deal, why would you even entertain it?
Damn, dude.
Right? It's like, why would you even entertain it? Like, bruh, like, you're going to sit there and entertain some evil shit to sell your soul. And this is like the movie, The Crossroads or whatever it's called, where is that what the movie's called? The Crossroads? I think that's the movie. But it's like where the blues player, he ends up meeting the devil at the crossroads and they make a deal and he gives him his musical talents and da-da-da-da. Cool-ass old movie if you've never seen it. Super deep. A lot of really powerful messages in that movie, which I haven't seen in fucking years. I could definitely use a rewatch. But yeah, dude, just fucking... Why would you play that? Why would you play with that? I don't get it. Anyways, I don't know. Hopefully these fools don't come after me over some weird shit. And that's just my personal suggestion. It's not official or legally binding, but you could go and legally bind your selling your soul to those guys if you like. No thanks. So, yeah. You guys, fuck, man. It's been real, as always. Mexico, crystalline, nothing to hide, 90 miles, push away, and I don't wanna be here for days. The surf by the 38. Let the sun touch your face. Not the beat, not the hue. And the last one's a PS2. And it's gonna be me and you.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Also, you guys, I don't know if I'm completely butchering those lyrics to that song. I've actually never gone over them with Nate. So I should actually ask him. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what you're saying in some of these. I just sing it how I think I hear it. But isn't that a cool ass song? Like, my kiddo was like 14 when he made that, I think. 13, 14. Like, how fucking cool is it? That little clip came from one of his old Instagrams of him sitting on a roof playing the original music he had made, which is that song. And I fucking love it so much. Thank you, Nate, if you listen to this episode. Thank you, Mingo, when you listen to this. Thank you to my support system. You know, thank you to my people. Thank you to my mom. Thank you to my cousin Connie. Thank you. And also extra special shout out to my little brother Cassius, dude. Like, that motherfucker's been, oof, bro, I'm so fucking proud of you, dude. I got a lot of little brothers who are on some cool shit, and I got my real little brother, and all of it. And it's all connected, and we're all doing our thing. We're all doing our best, and it's like, dude, just keep going. That's it. Just keep going. You guys, and just remember this. This is something to consider and something that I've learned. This is very random, but when you go through something major, and this applies to a lot of things, or you've really significantly upgraded yourself in your life, understand that on the third day after, most of the time, is when the test hits. And it's up to you to pass that test on typically day 3 to 5 after a major life thing or perspective shift or whatever. That's just the cycle of how the brain works. It's not always true, but it's pretty true for the most part, or most of the time, I should say. Just like you can't say, oh, well, all humans have hands. It's like, ideally, but that's not true. You know what I mean? It's one of those sorts of things. So, anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And please be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, Aunt Susie's lesbian girlfriend who's secretly an FBI informant who's secretly a member of a secret society, who's secretly a Russian spy, who's secretly an Italian race car driver, who's secretly a Filipino fighter pilot, or a pair of pliers, who's secretly the voice behind the substitute stand-in voice actor for the Ninja Turtles back in 1987. About the Damn Dude motherfucking podcast. You dig? This is season 3, episode 5, aka 267th episode in total. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful motherfucking day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.